Hey friends, I'm back with another video, and I'm taking a step back in time a little bit where I'm in the arena where, if you remember, I used to do these things all the time at the arena where I would do duels between pets or duels between evenly matched characters, or that at least they seemed like they would be evenly matched. And so this time I have 3 different pet classes. I have a gnome mage, a draken necromancer, and a barbarian beastlord. What I want to do is try different matchups with different pets against each other. What I'm going to do is take the necromancer here first. These are brand new pets, freshly summoned. I'm summoning a brand new necromancer pet here because I want to make sure everyone has an equal footing. I don't know if that necromancer pet that I had up possibly had any kind of mage gear from a higher level mage or anything. And I really want to try to keep this as fair as possible. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to allow whatever buffs a pet normally gets from the summoner. That's the buffs I'm going to let the pet get. So I'm going to be summoning Augment Death, or I'm going to be casting Augment Death on this pet. And I'm going to take a quick look to see if there's anything else that I can cast on it. I guess Ward of Kaliv, that's a buff. So, and that's a level 49 spell. We're going with any spell 50 or under will be allowed because some of the characters here are a little over 50. The lowest level character is the Beastlord at level 50. So we're going to let that spell charge up. It's unfortunately has a long cooldown while I get the next pet ready. That's the mage. They're not going to be fighting in this round. I'm going to leave them back here. They have a cleric set to passive for emergency reasons. And we're going to bring this Beastlord pet over here. We'll set them to guard. They have no buffs. I just summoned the Beastlord pet. So we're going to give them the usual buffs. We're not going to need healing spells. Pet haste, yes. And pet miscellaneous buffs. Spirit of Venom, sure. So, like I said, we're going to give them any buffs that they normally get, that they're allowed. And this pet, I think, is the lowest level pet. It's level 39. It's a level 46 spell, but you get a level 39 pet, whereas the Necromancer pet is 41. Not a huge difference, just 2 levels. So it shouldn't really matter. Like I said, it's the pet that you get if you're level 50 or under that I'm summoning, and that's the max level pet that I get at this level. So I think maybe since the Beastlord pet is a little 2 levels lower, we will send the Beastlord pet to attack first, and hopefully this ends up being a fair duel, at least in the eyes of the viewers here. I'm going to take a quick look to see if there's any other pet buffs. Oh, I guess I could give Ward of Kaliv to the Beastlord too. Let's do it for the... I don't even remember what Ward of Kaliv is. Oh, it absorbs damage. You know, maybe then nobody gets Ward of Kaliv, since I just keep fizzling. Oh, there we go. It's finally casting. If I can't cast it with the Beastlord, I'll just click it off, and that'll be that. Technically, I'd say I'm also allowed to cast Spiritual Brawn on the Beastlord pet, because that is another spell typically used by a Beastlord. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to cast Spiritual Brawn. So Beastlord pet has a lot more buffs. I mean, not a ton more, but again, I'm doing it to where if they were solo and in the wild, a Beastlord versus a Necromancer, but we're just going to fight the pets. Once a pet dies, we're going to tell the other pet to back off. So here we go. We're going to start the fight. And we're setting the Beastlord pet to attack the Necromancer pet first. So there we go. We got the Warder versus the Skeleton. And so far the Skeleton is winning by quite a bit, even though the Beastlord pet has those cool buffs and stuff. That Necromancer pet with that proc, that life tap proc, is brutal. I think I'm going to be getting on the Necromancer because I'm probably going to have to tell the Necromancer pet to back off once the Beastlord pet is dead. It does make sense that the Necromancer pet would be stronger, because when it comes to a Beastlord, they're like monks with pets. Oh, and the Beastlord pet did die. Half the damage comes from the Beastlord doing melee and their dots and everything. Of course, most of the damage of a Necromancer comes from the Necromancer's dots, but their pets are more like their tanks. So I think it does make sense. Next, we're going to grab the Mage, and we're going to do a Mage pet versus Necromancer pet. And of course, I'm just using the air pet, and this was also summoned just now, and I'm going to give the pet the normal buffs that I would give a pet at this level. Wait, there's a discrepancy. I didn't realize that I had the wrong burnout loaded. I need to have a burnout that's level 50 or under. So that means I can only use burnout 3. So, see, I am being fair. I'm not trying to cheat to try to make mages look better. And the level 45 damage shield is the best I can do. So that's also what it's going to get. I did give it... Oh, velocity. You can't have velocity. Nope. That's a level 58 buff. I mean, it's just a run speed buff anyway. But I don't want to have any spells that it shouldn't have. So instead of velocity, let's see if there's any other buff it can have. I could put expedience, but it's only run speed. I'm not gonna mess with it. Block. I can have Ward of Kaliv if I want to. Again, all it does is absorb damage, so it kind of just really prolongs the fight a little bit. So I might leave it out because again, that cooldown is ridiculously long. So we have the Necromancer pet. It still has their augment death, and we have our Mage pet. Both pets appear to be level 41, so they're evenly matched. Again, I used the level 48 spell Conjure Air, or Greater Conjuration Air, for the pet, the Mage pet. So I guess we are going to let the Mage pet attack first, because the Necromancer pet is the current champion, and the Necromancer pet has regained all of its health. So let's go. This should be a much more evenly or even fight. Yeah, they're about both at 70. I'd say these two are about evenly matched. Gibbeker is the Mage pet. And it looks like the Mage pet might win. But if it does, only by a smidge. A little tiny bit. Mage pet is at 39%. The Necromancer pet is at 2117. Okay, I'm gonna have to say back off. Mage pet won, but they're only at 16%. So it was really, really close, guys. I am going to call up another Beastlord pet because I want to see how a Beastlord pet does against a Mage pet. I do think the Beastlord pet is going to lose because, you know, the Necromancer pet lost. I do feel like the damage shield does help the Mage pet a lot, but at the same time, it's just a buff that mages get, and to not allow them to use any buffs that they receive would be silly. I can also do a similar duel with higher level characters. Again, this is like with level 50-ish pets, you know? So we're going to do all the buffs that they're supposed to get here. They've got Spiritual Brawn, they've got Spirit of Vermin, and Yekin's Quickening, which is their haste spell. Considering the Mage pet is the current champion, we will let the Beastlord pet get first attack. And the warder is already losing ground to the Mage pet. Oh, this is going to be a slaughter, guys. I hate to say it. Yeah, the Mage pet really hasn't taken much damage at all. It's still at 89%, while the warder is down to 38%. I was expecting a little more from the warder, honestly, because they do have some cool buffs. They have those proccing direct damage, proccing buffs and stuff, but it looks like it's a no-go. The Mage pet won, and it's you know, it was like at 80% maybe when the warder died. So that is a real shame. I might have to try this again with a higher level warder, like a higher level Beastlord, because like I said, if I try to look for spells, warder, level 46 is the highest one I get. I think the Mage pet wins in this one. Maybe we'll do one more between the Necromancer and the Mage pet. And for anyone who's curious, I'm using the spell Invoke Death, level 48, and I can show you pets, undead. 48 is the highest level spell that the Necromancer has under 50, because 53, well, that would be too high a level. It would give the Necromancer an advantage, because we're just going with level 50 and under pet summons. As before, we're giving the pet Augment Death. I'm not going to do Ward of Kalev because I'm not going to do it for the Mage pet either. And I don't think they get anything else that would really help them aside from Augment Death. Yeah, it's Tiny Companion's not going to help. Illusion Other, it's just making it look like something else. And then there's Heals. So really, there is nothing else that I could give them. Oops. Forgot to have my Necromancer pet guard over here. And if you're wondering, well, if the Mage has some kind of extra benefit from maybe AA abilities, If they do, it shouldn't be much because the Necromancer is 54. The Mage is 63, so they're only a little bit higher. I really don't think you get many AA abilities for pets at 63. Companion Fury 1 is the one thing that they get, and maybe that helps. I don't know. Yeah, that might be it. That might be the one thing that's giving the Mage pet a slight advantage, is the Companion's Fury 1. The Necromancer does not have Companion's Fury 1, as you have to be level 65 to get it for a Necromancer. So yeah, they don't have it yet. A Mage gets Fury 1 at 59. So one more time, we're confirming that everybody's at full health. Yes, yes. The Mage pet still has their buffs. The Necromancer still has their one buff. Necromancer pet gets to attack first because it lost the last fight. Attack. And it's very close to even again. And maybe if the Mage pet did not have the Companion Fury 1, it would be even more evenly matched. I have to believe that because they are barely, the Mage pet is barely staying ahead at just about 10%. And they really should be about evenly matched because it's they're similar pets. They're both meant to be both meant to be tanks. And I'm getting on the Mage now, so I can tell the Mage to back off because the Necro pet's about to die. Now, in the end, the Mage pet did win at 34%, with the Necro being at 0. So at the end of the fight, the Mage pet really pulled out ahead quite a bit. So that's it for this duel. I wanted so much more for the Beastlord and the Beastlord pet. I was really expecting a little better from them, but the Mage pet completely destroyed that pet, and so did the Necromancer pet. I mean, the Beastlord pet might be better at higher levels, which we could try maybe a level 80 duel between a Beastlord and a Mage pet. But as far as like level 50-ish goes, the Beastlord pet seems to be at a severe disadvantage, which again I think is only fair because it's just a little added damage. The Beastlord is a lot like a monk in the sense that it dual wields and kicks and also has several dots and can slow. So doing all that and taking about half of the hits makes the Beastlord pet more effective and efficient. And I think that's more of how it was meant to be used. And this is obviously just pets dueling against pets. It doesn't count like a mage nuking something. Like if a mage and a Beastlord had to go head to head, of course they'd probably sick their pets on each other or something like that. The mage would be nuking the Beastlord. The Beastlord would be dotting the mage. And honestly, I feel like the mage would initially win, but the mage could probably or would probably die in the end from all the dots that the Beastlord left lingering on them after the Beastlord died. But that's my opinion, and I could be completely wrong. If you've ever had different experiences, maybe you were a mage and you dueled a Beastlord and the Beastlord won, or vice versa, but it was, different, and you didn't die from dots or anything. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback below. If you thought this duel was fair, tell me that too. If you thought I should have also given the Mage pet pet weapons, because honestly, I could have. That's another thing that mages have access at level 50, I could have given it a couple of Sword of Runes, which is a level 26 spell. And the Sword of Runes procs against what? I can't hear you. Yeah, it procs against summoned monsters. And the spirit, or the Beastlord's Warder and the Necromancer pet are both summoned pets. Yeah, take a look at that. It only procs between 14 and 14 damage to a summoned target, but that's still a little extra damage. And you know what? I think I might do one last duel where I give the pet these swords, and we'll see if it does any significant difference, and we'll even summon armor, which we hadn't done. And again, it's level 38 for the summoned plate. Just the basic summoned plate without stats that mages have access. So, you know, not doing anything crazy, not breaking any of the rules. Remember the time when pets used to have 2 bracer slots? Yeah, they nerfed them. They got rid of one of their bracer slots for some reason. They used to be able to equip 2 bracers. At least I'm pretty sure they did, because, you know, you summon 2 bracers. So there we go, Mage pet. And I'm not even going to try to summon the Beastlord pet. I mean, it'd be kind of funny if I tried to have both of them gang up on the Mage pet. But I think with the Beastlord pet, the Necromancer pet would win. And so that's just not fair. We're going to try to keep this fair. And again, I'm not going to do Ward of Kaliv, because both classes get Ward of Kaliv. So we're just going to leave it off. It just gives them like a rune, you know, that doesn't last very long. So again, I have Augment Death, and I have a feeling that the Necromancer pet is just going to go down quick. Oh, no. Dang it. I wanted to hit attack. So there they go. So the Mage pet has barely been touched. Okay, it's been touched now. It's at 93%. But the Necromancer pet is still doing alright too. Oh, that looked like one of the swords procced. The Mage pet is in the lead at 79%, while the Mage, or the Necro pet, is at 43%. Mage pet's at 75. Necro pet's at 36. Again, I do feel like the Mage pet has the advantage. I'm going to switch to the Mage just so I can tell it to back off in time. We don't want the Necromancer being slapped around too much. And, you know, the Mage pet won with, I want to say, like between 5 and 10% more health this time with the extra equipment. So it wasn't a huge bonus. It wasn't a huge benefit to have that armor and the swords for the Mage pet. I feel like later on, when mages get the really nice gear that give the extra hit points and the extra haste and the higher end procs, that starts to really change the game. So that's it for this duel. I hope you liked it. I hope you thought it was fair. Again, I'd love your feedback. I'd love to hear what you thought, what you would do differently. Do you think it was fair the way I did it? If you'd like to see more duels like this, I can even do like I've done before, where I have even level, evenly matched characters fight each other. Like I've had just 2 warriors, like they were both level 40, fighting each other, but they were using different weapons to see who would win and who would lose, depending on the weapon that they were using. And I thought that was kind of fun. So I appreciate you guys watching and love your feedback. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Or if you hated the video, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about the video, what you disliked about the video, and if you were filming it, what you would have done differently to make it better. If you like what I do here and you want to support me and support the channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. You can also share the video with friends if you think they would find it interesting and or entertaining. You can join the channel as a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges like custom badges and emojis, and you get to join our private Discord server where we hang out and have a good time and share memes and dreams and make plans to group up in world. There's also the super thanks button where you can leave a micro donation. It's like buying your pal Fez a cup of coffee to say thank you for doing a good job on the video. There are also links in the description below for my other social media platforms and video platforms like TikTok and Patreon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.